Physically, I'm a dream. Emotionally, I'm a mess.
You might want to take a pause before you poke this bear. Hello!
I'm Hunter Hardin.
And I'm Papa the Bear, and welcome to the Real Housebears
Podcast.
That's awfully
I think it's the boys' night out, guys' night out tonight.
You are very much the
I'm
guys'
excited.
night out. That is very guys' night out. You know, I love that New Jersey has full-on scenes with the guys.
Come on, bro.
I mean, this whole episode is for the guys.
I know, it is for the guys. It was for us, at least. Maybe it was for the gays.
I mean, there was some serious drama in this episode.
I'm so sick of drama.
Well, stuff happens.
Stuff happens. Well, you know what happened for me is that I feel a lot less stressed this week only having to cover one show.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know, we like to get down and dirty with the ladies, with the Real Housewives, and really kind of talk about every single move they make.
But doing 2 episodes was hard. It took a lot of time.
It took a lot of time.
A lot of recording.
Yeah.
A lot of speeding through recording so it doesn't last 2 hours.
Right. So it was a lot of excitement for sure. I did really miss having some Salt Lake in my life this week, though.
Are you upset still?
Me too. I saw on Twitter somebody was posting, like, how come we haven't seen any tweets from Heather Gay today? And she just wrote back, it's maybe because I'm filming season 2.
Well, that's exciting.
I know, that's exciting.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, but I really do. And then there's been a lot of drama with Jen Shaw.
This looks like some real bullshit right now.
Oh my goodness.
This week.
Yes.
I didn't repost it. I don't know why I didn't repost it. I guess I just didn't feel like getting too down in the muck, but there was some serious recordings of Jen Shaw this week kind of berating her assistants and the dress designer as well.
And that was for the dress at the reunion, right?
I don't, to be honest with you, I didn't even listen to more than just a few seconds of it because I was like, well, I know what this is going to be.
Yeah. Well, I think it was for the dress for the reunion or something, but I don't know if it all worked out or if it didn't work out with the dress, but she still looked great.
Oh, well, yeah, without a doubt. But, you know, it's just clear that she has to learn how to talk to people and manage her anger in a better way.
There's a couple of girls on that show that need to learn how to talk.
Well, true.
Talk to people.
Well, all it's really done for me is made me even more excited for season 2.
Oh, yeah. I'm super excited for it.
I'm super excited. And I'm also excited because we finally got our taglines.
I know.
For New Jersey, episode 3. It finally slowed down just enough to where they could give us our taglines.
I guess it was never too late to put in the taglines.
It's never too late to put in the taglines.
That goes kind of good with Teresa's.
That was a really beautiful segue.
Did you like that?
Why don't you start with Queen Teresa?
All right. They say it's never too late to start over. I say starting over never tasted so good.
Oh, yeah.
They say it's never too late to start over. I'm so sweet. I say starting over never tasted so good.
I didn't even pay attention to what you said. I don't have a clue what Teresa's tagline was.
Teresa? Was Teresa just here?
I know. I'm so overwhelmed that Teresa Giudice is here in my home, here in our little 3-foot closet with us, that I couldn't even focus on what was being said. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. So they say it's never too late to start over. I say starting over never tasted so good. I wonder if she has a new cookbook coming out.
I know, because I didn't understand it.
I didn't get it either. I was like, why are we talking about tasting?
Tasting food and stuff.
I mean, she's had already a best-selling cookbook. So maybe she has
We need
another
to
one.
cook something from it.
We do.
Yes.
We do. Well, we still need to make another drink with the Vida Añejo.
Yes, but we have to get some more
stuff
for it.
All right. So yeah, I didn't quite get Teresa's, but I I like that she's starting over. I'm excited to see single Teresa. I mean, in real life, she's not single right now, so I wonder how long it'll last. Anyway, let's move on to my girl Melissa Gorga.
What?
I can tell you're green with envy. And honey, green is not your color. So I really do like this, but I think I say it better than she does.
I can tell you're green with envy. And honey, green is not your color.
That's rude and it's selfish.
It's rude and it's selfish.
No, I mean, of course, you know, she's got to plug Envy, her clothing store. So
That's what these women do. Plug.
And I mean, Melissa Gorga is no short of plugging Envy since the day she opened those doors.
Am I being self-absorbed this evening?
So I'm surprised she doesn't have a song named Envy.
Apparently married to Joe Gorga. She's getting plugged nightly.
Oh my God.
According to Teresa.
According to...
Are you coming every night?
Where I come from, girls want to know.
No, I don't want to talk.
Every time?
Do you come every time?
I don't want to talk about how you fantasize about your brother, Teresa.
All right. This one's probably my favorite
I would
of
say,
the group.
yeah.
This is Margaret Josephs.
Yes.
I'm not going to do an accent. I renovate, elevate, and sometimes I instigate.
I renovate, elevate, and sometimes I instigate.
That's great. That's great because for one thing, her home has been under renovation.
It works
the
on
day
so many levels.
Yes,
Yeah.
And her face, I hate to say it, her face has been under renovation. I think she'll claim that. I don't think that was being disrespectful.
I'd have to say Margaret's probably my favorite on the show right now.
Well, Margaret's been well received since her first season.
She just makes me laugh.
She's
oh my
great.
gosh.
She seems like good people.
Yeah.
She's funny as heck.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and she doesn't have to drink to be that funny.
And that's true. She doesn't drink.
Yeah, so I'm all about her. Jennifer Aiden, who again is becoming one of my absolute favorites so far this
She's
season.
a lot more charming on this season than she has been on other seasons.
And she's looking, I mean, I know that it's not done naturally, but she's looking amazing. Like her body is snatched.
Mm-hmm.
Her face is smooth. I mean, she looks amazing. I mean, she claims she doesn't exercise. I know her husband does it all, I guess, all for her with his plastic surgery.
I mean, I would too.
But it's working.
Whoever says money can't buy happiness clearly doesn't have my credit limit.
It's a little snobby, but
Well, you know what? The thing about Housewives, that they're supposed to have these affluent women with these lifestyles that we want to, aspire to. And so I think that's right on the money.
And I always say that money can buy happiness.
Yeah, as someone who has never been exceptionally wealthy, I'm always like, yeah, but money can really buy you more happiness than we're living down here in the, the middle class or lower.
I mean, do you know how many times I would love to get a massage, but I'm like, oh, it's too much money.
So I really, I feel like Jennifer's fits her, and I really think it really gives us that, again, that lifestyle that I aspire to have.
All right, on Jackie Goldschneider.
Good Jackie Goldschneider. That's such a hard name to say.
I've been drinking, okay?
You're an alcoholic and you need help.
Leave me alone. I may be cut from a different cloth, but it's top quality fabric. I don't know why I gave her
I don't know what that accent. I'm not quite sure what that accent. For a minute, I was like, did Jackie, was she born in the South? Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I may be cut from a different cloth, but it's top quality fabric.
I can't do it.
She doesn't have a really
she doesn't have
super
a
strong.
accent, that's
No.
why I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, just.
Okay. I may be cut from a different cloth, but it's top quality fabric.
Well, that was not a
that
top
better?
quality reading. Not
I'm
at
sorry.
all.
I just can never do anything right.
You guys are corny.
Thank God she's using an analogy.
Oh, God. All these women are probably like, her tagline's stupid.
Yeah, I
don't get it. What's that? What is that?
Margaret's like, Jackie, I told you not to use an analogy in your tagline.
Never use analogies.
I loved your face doing that. I loved it.
What is wrong with us tonight? So, I mean, I think Jackie's is good. It's fine. It's
all right.
not
Yeah, it doesn't blow me.
stellar by any means.
Yeah.
It
doesn't blow. I just said it doesn't blow me.
You like a sausage every now and again.
I meant to say it doesn't blow me
And
away.
Jackie doesn't blow Evan. So
Okay, it's fitting. Okay.
it works. But see how it all works.
It didn't blow me. There we go.
It didn't blow me
It didn't blow me.
either.
Oh, I kind of like that. That should be our new thing. It didn't blow me. Like if it doesn't excite you or it doesn't do anything for you, be like, it didn't blow me.
Didn't blow me. Didn't blow me neither. So let's blow over to Dolores.
I'm loyal and I'm lovable, but don't you dare call me gullible.
That is very much
I
Dolores.
think it's very fitting, especially just the way she has been during this whole Jackie and Teresa thing. She's kind of been on Teresa's side. She's just like, if Jackie just wants to like squash this, she should just say sorry.
Right.
You know, like she doesn't even care. She's just like, whatever.
But
so she's kind of forceful about it.
But Dolores is able to, even with Teresa, who she's been loyal friends with Teresa from the very beginning.
Okay.
Dolores knows how to be loyal, but be like, just because I'm a loyal friend, it doesn't mean everything that you say and do is correct.
Yeah, because later on in this episode, she gets irritated about the whole Jackie thing anyways. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm done. I'm leaving.
Yeah, so I think this tagline fits Dolores just beautifully. It not the most exciting or clever tagline, but it's very, very
Which
fitting.
one was your favorite?
I'm going to probably go with Margaret. And,
No, that's mine.
well, we can't have the same favorite. And Jennifer Aiden for a close second. Jennifer Aiden for a
Okay.
very close second for me.
Well, those were ours, folks. Go to our social media and tell us what yours is.
Yeah, please, 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 please. So I'm excited that we finally got our taglines. So the episode starts off, we're still at Lake George.
Guys gone wild. But that's the women at Lake George.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny because the whole episode is like named after the guy's big scene. I mean, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy that the show is about the housewives of New Jersey and the men are getting like that kind of billing.
I mean, they're all
I'm
meeting,
all over
all
it.
those house,
I'm all over
all
it.
those house husbands are meeting out.
Yeah, it doesn't happen with any of the franchises. I love it. I love it. Margaret can't get her eyelashes on to start this episode. But the first thing that crossed my mind is like, man, think about it. Going on vacation, like if you and I went on vacation to a cabin on the lake, we would barely be wearing clothes, much less if we were women putting on fake eyelashes.
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't sound like vacation to me, but the cameras are there.
I was going to say they're on TV.
Yeah, I was like, man, it made me think about it for a minute.
Plus,
Like,
girls do it every day.
true.
I mean, they do. It's like it's just normal for them. They just do it every day.
Well,
and a lot of them have glam squads. I don't think any of these girls do they?
Oh yeah, for sure they do. It just depends
they-
on the
Location.
what they're doing.
Location, location, location.
Melissa is making my kind of breakfast: protein breakfast, sausage, bacon, eggs.
It's just an all-American, easy, simple.
That's what Joe Gorga likes for breakfast.
Go to Cracker Barrel. That's basically what all they serve with everything.
And Lexi is helping. So, okay, I'm glad to realize this week that Lexi is actually like British or English in some way. Yeah, when she was talking about the badger. But last week I was like, is that a New Jersey accent? Like, I know she has an accent, but I can't really, like, it doesn't sound New Jersey. Is it British? And I really wasn't quite sure. So I was glad that was cleared up for me. in this episode. Margaret gets on the phone with Joe. She's upset that Teresa is constantly bringing up drama about Jackie.
And she misses Jackie.
Yeah, and what she's really most upset about is that Teresa just doesn't get it.
Teresa's just super hyper focused on the analogy. Like, not even an analogy, just the whole Gia thing. She doesn't understand anything that's going on.
And there's not even, now we're not even down to like specifically what she's mad at. She can find 18 different reasons to be mad at Jackie now. Just
my gosh.
to defend her being, not being a rumor spreader. Oh my gosh. Back in the kitchen, then, Lexi and Melissa are talking about the night before, and they're happy that Melissa and Jennifer have made up. And then all of the ladies come in the kitchen, and they're all looking really forward to the day. And then Margaret says, yeah, but I'm really upset that Jackie isn't here.
I was waiting for Teresa to bring up Jackie, but Margaret did. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, great. You just opened up the doors.
And I was surprised for her to say it in front of Teresa.
Yeah.
I was like, what was the gain there other than getting Teresa brought up again?
And what's irritating, well, there's so many different ways that Teresa makes no sense in this, but like right here she's like, well, the way Jackie reacted to it, maybe there is something going on. Okay, well, it works both ways, Teresa. If you got upset about the analogy, maybe there is something going on with Gia and drugs.
Oh Lord, no.
I didn't say that.
Well, Jackie did say on Watch What Happens Live after this episode, she's like, of course I never even heard a rumor that Gia had done drugs. It was literally only an analogy for Teresa to understand how hurtful it would be to have a rumor spread
about your family.
someone you care about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought it was really weird that Margaret brought it up in Teresa. And then Teresa said, I've decided that I'm not going to call Jackie.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking I'm not calling Jackie.
And I'm like, were you going to call her? Like, were you going to call her and apologize and now you've changed your mind? I missed that somewhere.
She's just everywhere with this.
But now Jackie has to apologize to Teresa
For the comment about
before
Gia.
Teresa will apologize for the thing that she did before
To her.
the Gia analogy.
Oh my
even
gosh,
came.
it's
Yeah,
just-
that's the way it works. Because Teresa thinks she already apologized. She thinks because she went, I'm sorry, but you know where there's smoke, there's fire.
Oh yeah.
That's not
And
her
what's
logic.
what's irritating is Dolores is kind of on Teresa's side and thinks like Jackie should have just went home and asked her husband and been done and over with it.
Yeah, Teresa thinks that Jackie's overreacting.
Dolores thinks Teresa's. Oh wait, what?
Teresa thinks that Jackie's overreacting about this whole entire thing. Teresa's like, Jackie should just be fine about it. If she's comfortable with what's going on at home and confident in what's going on at home, then why is she so upset?
Yeah, and if there's nothing going on, why is she so upset? It's so annoying.
Yeah, but Dolores shuts it down immediately. Dolores is like, no, I don't think that there's anything going on at home. I don't think that there's fire here where there's smoke. So that's another place where, Dolores is a loyal friend, but she's not going to BS.
No.
I love that.
I just don't think we can convince Teresa at all during this weekend that she was wrong in any kind of way.
Well, you shouldn't be upset about some stupid rumor. Only be upset if you go home and your husband really leaves you. I was like, Dolores, what?
Well, then you should only be mad if Gia is doing drugs. Like it works. It's a two-way street.
But I am with Melissa Gorga. We're just beating a dead horse.
Does anyone feel like we're beating a dead horse?
Why are we talking about this?
Oh my gosh.
This poor horse, I don't know what it did in its past life, but it is getting abused.
Oh my God. Okay. Did you see that Teresa was dipping her strawberry in the shot?
Oh, I
and
did
eating
not
it?
see that.
Yeah.
That's
She's so horny and so ready to get trashed.
Yes, and you know what? Like last season, she was like doing those fitness competitions, and she couldn't eat anything, she couldn't drink anything, she couldn't really have that much fun in general. And now she's like, I'm having fun. Again, I wish everyone who is just now catching on to New Jersey, go back and watch the early seasons. Teresa was so much fun. She was always laughing, always cutting up, just the life of the party. And I really like...
She's a fan favorite for a reason.
Yeah, I like these moments when she's not talking about Jackie and she's just having a good time.
Yeah.
Like what's coming up on the boat. The women looked beautiful getting onto the boat.
I love what every single one of those girls are wearing. Like lake attire.
Yeah,
boat attire.
Yeah, boat
flowy,
attire. Yes,
light and
gorgeous,
airy.
gorgeous. And Teresa wants 11 a.m. shots. I'm like, let's party with it, girl.
Let's do it. I mean, that's your girl right there.
And then when Teresa and Dolores make out with that strawberry,
gosh.
I thought Margaret was having hot flashes in the back.
They're all going to be getting laid tonight.
Amen to that. First. I wonder about, starting drinking at 11 a.m., somebody's going to get sick.
Oh, yeah.
And we can't blame Joe Gorga for this one.
You could blame a Gorga.
Don't try to keep up with a Gorga. They're a different breed.
Teresa.
True.
You know,
true.
she is still in blood of
There
Gorga.
you go. Oh,
They're all getting Gorga this
They're
weekend.
all getting Gorga'd from both sides. They're getting Gorga'd at both ends.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. But I was like, after like Teresa and Dolores is making out, not really making out, but eating that strawberry and they're drinking, I'm like, are we getting ready to have another Atlanta bachelorette party?
Man, that episode, gosh.
I mean, and then plus,
we need to have a bonus episode for that episode.
right? and plus they're getting on a boat just like they went on that fishing boat. I'm certain, but I was like, okay, they're getting on a boat. This feels very Atlanta bachelorette party, but I bet you these New Jersey women are getting on a better boat than that fishing boat that the Atlanta women went on. Like those women just didn't even get that they were going fishing.
But then you get on the tiki boat.
Yeah, what would they call it? The boozy boat?
The boozy boat.
The boozy boat.
It's a boozy boat.
So the women are talking about that the men are going to spend the day together while the women are at the lake. And Margaret is really hopeful that Joe doesn't drink like he did last time.
And get Gorga.
My Joe better not drink because last time he was Gorga.
And I'm like, editors, quit showing him throwing up. I can't take it.
You love
I can't. But I want to hang out with Joe Gorga. I want to see if I can outdrink Joe Gorga.
Oh my gosh, you too. You probably can. You're like 4 feet taller than him.
Oh, true.
And maybe 200 pounds
done.
more than him.
Done. So I thought it was very strange that Teresa's realtor friend Michelle calls when they're sitting down for lunch or whatever. Or are they at lunch or on the boat yet? I don't know.
They're just drinking and eating. I don't know what they're doing.
But I thought it was really strange that we have this whole scene that lasted about 30 seconds or more about Teresa lamenting about selling a house and selling her history. And I was like, why are we having this weird 30-second moment that is completely out of place? Because like normally they wouldn't even show that phone call because it was so out of place.
I think it's setting up for her storyline more in this episode because
100%.
she's really excited about this fresh new start. She's leaving the house that she raised her 4 daughters in.
Raised our 4 daughters in that home.
You know, like,
I
think it's just kind of like breaking ties with her old life, and there's a new Teresa coming.
Well, plus Michelle comes back up later in the episode.
Yeah.
I think that
But
at the
she's
time,
the one that has something going on with Joe Gorga.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I was at first when this came up, I was like, this doesn't make sense. But then later on in the episode, I was like, now I see. Now I see. Her 4 daughters.
4 daughters.
So funny. So I was really interested in finding out that the Gorga kids are doing online learning 3 days a week and in person 2 days a week because that's what I do for a living. And then Antonia has a boyfriend. You know, I get nervous just when they talk about Antonia having a boyfriend because of just how Joe Gorga's going.
You could see Teresa, how she's taking it.
Oh, yeah.
Teresa's not happy about it.
Yeah. Teresa's like, I don't want anyone touching my girls.
Oh, it's got to be so hard to be a girl in an Italian family.
And we find out that Antonia's birthday was yesterday while they were at Lake George. Like, you were literally gone on your daughter's birthday.
They were so ready to get rid of these kids and husbands and, life.
Happy birthday. Bye. I'm going on vacation for your birthday.
Am I being self-absorbed?
Now, I mean, I get that, like, filming schedules, and they probably did something already before she had to leave. I get it. But when she first went, yeah, Antonia's birthday was yesterday, I was like, that's awful.
I missed my mom's, like, 3rd or 4th wedding because I went on vacation. But I had, like, rented out that cabin, like, months in advance.
And by then, who cares, right?
I'm like, she'll get married again.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll meet this guy someday.
Is he nice?
But Melania gave Antonia, is that right?
Yeah.
Melania gave Antonia her boyfriend the seal of approval.
Yeah, he doesn't even pressure her for sex.
He doesn't even pressure her to have sex.
So he must be.
So he's got to be a good guy.
I am
or
not
gay.
Well, you know.
I had a lot of girlfriends that I think they've tried to pressure me into sex every once in a while. I'm like,
I like a guy with big hands who can grab you.
I'm saving myself.
Well, I mean, you know, I just love how upfront Melania is about stuff.
Again, Teresa and her family. Now she is imagining Antonia or whatever laying there in whatever sexual position she has in her mind, what she's doing.
Gross. It was all gross.
Teresa, what are you doing?
And,
like, she's thinking about her brother now, like her
And then
niece
Melissa Gorga's like, ooh, no, I don't want to imagine Antonia.
Okay.
I don't want to imagine Antonia enjoying it.
Clip.
Where's Dorinda when you need her? Well, we find out, though, that Margaret had sex when she was 15.
Get it, Margaret.
Melissa had sex when she was 18.
Get it.
And none of the other women are talking about it.
Don't stop. Get it. I lost mine at 21, so.
I lost mine at 20.
You slut.
I went bananas.
You're so stupid. But I like that, Jennifer doesn't want to tell because, they had an arranged marriage and for their religion, they weren't allowed to have sex until marriage.
Yeah.
So she certainly doesn't want to talk about it.
I was thinking the same thing because of the whole arranged marriage thing.
I don't know why Dolores wouldn't say other than she maybe doesn't want to say.
I think Dolores lost hers young, and there's no shame in that.
Amen to that. Amen. But Melissa is so happy to be away from her kids. And then Dolores said that there was a time that she couldn't leave home because she was afraid that her husband was going to cheat. And I was surprised to hear Melissa.
Felt the same way.
Yeah. I was like.
And then finding out that, like, Teresa and Joe, like, when they were out, went to a strip club and, like, Melissa caught him there and, like, called him. And he's like, acting like he wasn't there, but just didn't want to say that he was lying.
I mean, why don't you just say where you are? You've got your sister there to keep you honest.
I know.
Unless,
I mean, you're at the strip club with your sister.
Yeah, but I mean, so that you're not like, going back into a private booth without her. Maybe you've got to sit.
But then she'd be like, I don't know, I wasn't watching him all night.
That's true. I don't. First of all, I don't like seeing these cracks in the Gorga relationship. I don't like it. They've been like such a fun, no drama between the two of them since day one. So I'm not enjoying that. But that would upset me because, like, if I'm not here, I wouldn't mind for you to go out with our friends without me. Yeah. Or if I'm just not feeling well or just not in the mood. I would hate to have a relationship where I had to worry about that type of thing.
Yeah, that would be miserable.
I understand that it has to happen to a lot of people. And I understand that we all have moments in our relationships that we have to make it through and heal from. But I don't want to, in general, have a relationship where I can't have trust like that.
Yeah.
So, and I definitely, again, I don't like my Gorgas to have that either.
I like that Gorga family.
Yeah, me too. So they finally get on the boozy boat, and it is better than the Atlanta fishing boat.
Yeah, Captain Greg is going to turn it up, spark it up.
Well, good, because Melissa is ready for a drink, and the bartender's not even on the boat yet.
and they're all like, where's the bartender?
She's like, I'm on the boat, I'm sitting down, where's my drink? So Dolores suggests that Teresa gets Joe back for this whole stripper thing, this whole strip club situation. I was like, Dolores, this sounds like the worst idea I've ever heard.
I know, and I was surprised that she brought it up.
So she tells him that she should call him and tell him that Melissa is talking to some guy.
I thought this was going to be a huge plot in the show of, like, the families breaking up, like Joe Gorga and Melissa relationship breaking up.
Bravo to the Bravo editors, because they have had us believing since before this season even began in the trailers. They have had us believing that this was Teresa calling Joe about something that really happened, and then Joe telling the guys that he was getting ready to cry right there. Yeah. I mean,
y'all are dicks.
Not only did they pull a prank on Joe,
they played a prank on us.
Absolutely.
Good.
You couldn't have picked my jaw up off the floor when
I was blown away by that. I was like, those tricky editors.
Exactly.
Not cool, man.
I was
not
both
cool.
titillated and furious at the same time. I was like, man, you guys really got me. Like,
Kiss my ass.
Man, am I on camera? Like this is so it was a little bit of like, good job, guys.
I was surprised that Jennifer is the only person making any sense right now. She's like, y'all, like, talking about infidelity in relationships. Isn't this like a bad time right now? One of them's not here because of it.
Right, exactly. And poor Melissa's about ready to jump in the lake about it.
I'm gonna jump in the lake.
She is in a mad panic, but all the other women are loving it.
Joe speaking Italian, like, that scared me. I'm like, ooh, she's in real big trouble.
Yes.
I'd be very wary of this because he's going to get all those ladies back somehow tenfold.
Oh, I hope so.
I mean, he even used it to get his friends.
Teresa's impression of Melissa
Look at me, I'm Melissa.
is one of my favorite things that Teresa's probably ever done. Because I'm Melissa.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Melissa.
It was so good. I loved it. It was my favorite thing. And Melissa couldn't do anything about it. Melissa couldn't say a word.
She's just like, how she drinks and flirts. She goes, I'm Melissa.
I'm Melissa.
Because that's what people do. Like, that's what, when I get drunk, I go, I'm Hunter.
I'm Papa the Bear.
I'm Hunter. This is Papa the Bear.
It made me laugh. I love it so much. I understand why Melissa's like, Joe, I can't believe that Joe would believe this. But again, his own sister is calling him, who is there with Melissa. I would be like, if roles were reversed, I would probably feel the same way.
I'd be pissed if my friends did this to me and I wasn't there. Like, could you imagine the phone call you would get from me?
Oh, listen, I don't think either of us would take that prank very well.
No, that prank.
I don't think either of us would take that prank.
Even though I knew it was a prank, I would still be pissed.
Hopefully our friends know better than to do that to us.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I get, Joe only bought into it because it was Teresa, but they sure did punk him good. He was a great sport about it too. He was a really great sport about it. I can't believe all this build up was just a prank.
You've been punked.
I just can't believe it.
Margaret loves how much of an easy liar Teresa is.
she's like, she can lie.
Dang, girl, you pulled that all like right on the spot.
You better lie.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Melissa.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Bravo, Teresa. That was good. I liked it.
I absolutely did. And then on the way home, everybody passes out in the van. That's a day in the sun.
The music sold it.
Right. But as soon as I saw them, I was like, anytime that you spend a day in the sun, the moment you stop moving and you get in the shade,
get in a cool area,
I
you're
pass
done.
out.
And I'm not good at day drinking either, so
it's hard to recover from.
I wouldn't recover. Like later on, they're like, we need like a 20-minute nap. I'm like, I would be done for the whole night.
I think they're probably more diligent about drinking water than we are.
And plus, if I'm getting paid to be on a show, I'm gonna be like, Rally, let's do this.
Rosé all day.
Rosé all day.
Rosé all day. I was really surprised though if they were all passed out on the van for her to want to just start drinking as soon as they get back.
Oh my god, I do love. Melissa's so drunk that she has to yell at everybody. Nobody talk to me. Nobody mess with me. I'm just gonna look forward because that's when I'm really drunk. I get irritated like that. I get bossy. I'm like, nobody talk to me and stop moving me around. Tell her to stop moving.
And it's still like afternoon. It's still like, but she does. She keeps drinking with Teresa.
She does. She gets right off that boat and she is so sauced when she says the tea bag. When she hears tea bag, she goes off like, you haven't had it. You're getting tea bagged like all the time, whore.
Now you just get teabagged all day long.
I had an acquaintance who I used to call Teabag. Because we were at a party one time and someone passed out on the couch. And so this guy, he teabagged him. And ever since that night, I call him Teabag. I can't even think of what his real name is right now, to be honest with you, because I've called him Teabag ever since.
Oh, this poor guy. He's probably in therapy and stuff. Like, none of my friends liked me. They all called me Teabag.
Well, no, I've seen him many more times, and he thinks it's
But you
funny
don't know
now.
his name.
Not anymore.
That
I did.
is so
I did.
good. That's
I
good
did.
stuff.
I did. So I thought that. I thought of Teabag during Melissa's Teabag.
And Melissa practically sexually harasses Margaret and pulls her top down. Like, Melissa is trash.
She wants to flirt.
She loves asses and tits, so I mean, I just go with it. She must have been a man in a previous life.
She's flirting. She's running around, like, ripping people's tops off, telling people they're getting teabagged whore. And
That's my kind of fun. Thank you, Teresa.
I think I want her on my
on Fun Island.
On Fun Island, Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island.
Yeah,
absolutely. I always wanted her.
But
on
you know
Pleasure
what?
Island.
And Melissa, what can you say? She loves asses and titties.
She loves them. She loves them. And you know what? Also, I think Melissa also enjoys having fun with Teresa. I think
because they had such a like confrontational life, and she really wants to be friends with Teresa because that's her.
But I think
sister-in-law.
they've also had times in life where they were really close.
Yeah, but
So
it's
I
been
think,
like a struggle to be friends.
Yeah, but I think she likes those times when it's easy, like the good old days.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Easy. They decide to order sushi, and I have an issue with this. We've already talked about this once, I think.
Okay.
When Meredith was
say
going to
about
order
too.
sushi.
Well, I mean, they've eaten fish, breakfast or lunch and dinner now. Like throughout, they're eating fish, more fish.
You know, my issue is just I want my sushi to come straight from the chef's hands. I don't want it sitting in someone's car from point A to point B and getting room temperature. It grosses me out.
But it's super fresh. They use lake fish.
They made it right there.
Lake fish.
They made it right there.
Have you ever had like
premises.
a trout or
a trout roll?
A trout roll.
No.
I wonder if they do like
catfish roll.
Like,
gross.
Catfish tsunami roll.
That's disgusting. So I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in delivery sushi. I can't do it. I like sushi, but I don't love it enough.
I have a really bad story. And it's going to really gross you out.
It's going to be a great way to go out to
I was living in Fernley, Nevada. If anybody knows Fernley, Nevada, it's like the last city before
hell.
That's Sparks, Nevada.
Okay.
So close you could see sparks from hell. Anyways, Fernley, Nevada, the last stop before Burning Man, like before there's nothingness. I went to the Walmart out there. And I bought one of their like little sushi packs and I ate it.
That is disgusting.
It was good. I was like starving for some kind of sushi.
First of all, I don't believe that it was good. That is a full-on lie.
Hey, listen, I have been constantly losing weight ever since then. Like constantly, I could eat as much as I want. It's like I got some kind of tapeworm in me or something.
Walmart sushi for everyone.
Walmart sushi for everyone.
Folks, please don't eat Walmart sushi. No offense to Walmart. I love a Walmart.
Listen, just don't go to like the Midwest or anything and eat sushi from Walmart. There you go.
That makes me scared.
All right, well, I think we should take a break. Maybe wash our palates off.
Maybe wash our sins. All right, let's go grab a drink, take a break, and we'll come back and finish up Jersey.
Bye.
We'd love to give a shout out to our sponsor, Anchor Podcasts.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free.
There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more.
You can even make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership.
It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place.
Anchor is where we started with our podcast, and it's been really great for us, and that's how you're able to hear us on all the different streaming platforms.
We love it. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started
today.
Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm Melissa.
So back at the lake, Jennifer goes into Dolores's room while Melissa calls Joe.
I love this conversation between her and Joe because Joe's like, well, I had to speak Italian because the kids were in the car and I didn't want them to know how much of a tramp their mom was.
And I didn't want them to know that their mother was a dirty tramp.
I thought that was
While you were out playing around.
right. I'm so glad he was such a good sport about it.
I did too, because it could have gone wrong.
Absolutely.
Easily.
Melissa suggests that Joe invite Evan out for their men's day, and he's like, Evan was invited, but he declined. Like, Evan is, I wonder how many conversations Jackie and Evan have had about her quitting the show.
I don't know.
I
don't know the relationship very well.
I mean, he's always been really cool and really calm, but he seems to be furious about this, and rightfully so.
Yeah, and it's making Jackie's life hell.
So I wonder if they're having a lot of conversations about her leaving the show right now. I mean, inevitably she doesn't leave the show, but
yeah.
I wonder if that's kind of what is going on right now. Because he's, you know, obviously like, this show is ruining my personal life.
Yeah.
So back to Jennifer and Dolores. Jennifer is talking about how excited she is about her and Melissa's like breakthrough.
Yeah, their new
but
friendship.
she has some bad news.
Oh my gosh.
That she's not sure if she should share. So Teresa's realtor friend, Michelle, that had the weird phone call earlier, told Jennifer at Evan's birthday party that Joe Gorga owed Michelle's husband tens of thousands of dollars in a business deal.
So now there's two rumors going on.
I mean, there's so much going on. So Dolores tells Jennifer not to talk about it when Melissa is right there in the next room and can hear us.
And now she's like, she's right there on the other side of that door.
Maybe we might want to relocate.
Yes.
So they do move to another room, and Jennifer's like, do I tell Melissa? She doesn't want it to come back on her. You know, for a moment, I was like, uh-oh, we're starting to see the old Jennifer. For a moment, I thought she was going to starting to be really gossipy. When she started telling the story, I was like, uh-oh, she's being gossipy. But then she was like, so do I tell Melissa? How do I, like, I want to do the right thing.
They're like, well, don't do it right now.
Inevitably, she wanted to do the right thing.
Yeah.
She knows that she had that conversation with that Michelle girl on camera.
And I like that because that shows that she does want to be friends with Melissa.
Absolutely.
Despite what they said on behind confessionals and
like
stuff.
I said, Jennifer Aiden has been like nothing. You can't say anything bad about her yet this season. She's really been doing a great job. Now we get to cut to Joe Gorga's house and boys' night.
The arcade room.
I want that bar, that arcade room, that game room, those walls of wine. I don't even drink wine.
They have like 2 TVs and 2 sets of like everything. You could play together on 2 different screens.
I want to go around to the basement. I want to go around back to the basement door.
Of course, we're going to make this dirty.
Come around the back to the basement door.
And party with Joe and Frank.
I don't need you shoving anything in my mouth.
And Joe.
What if I got a fake penis?
Coming through the back basement door.
Yes. I'm like, let's bring it around, boys.
Of course we're going to make that dirty.
But yeah, that area is sweet. I want that space I want a home big enough to have that kind of space.
To have extra rooms for that. The men are super excited to not have the wives home.
Oh yeah, they're like 4 days apiece.
They're just as excited as the women.
Women are, absolutely. I like that Bill showed up with a gift. That was
so sweet.
Courteous,
yeah.
Absolutely. And then Frank was the last one to show up. And then the men are having delivery sushi.
Yes.
I'm like, you all are gross. And I'm sure that sushi lovers who listen are like, Corey, you're stupid. And I get it. But you all have to remember, I like sushi. I don't love sushi. So if it's not fresh, it's bleh.
This friendship is kind of funny. They're like the 4 guys. It's kind of like, I don't know, a TV show friendship or like a commercial friendship because they have like the 2 Guidos, they have the regular guy, and then they have Bill, which is a different ethnicity than everyone else. It doesn't seem like they would be hanging out all together.
To me, it just seems like the beginning of a porn.
Oh my God. I felt it was more like a Wendy's commercial, like those Wendy's like commercials back in the day with the kids. They had like a handicapped guy, a blind guy, an Asian girl, a black kid, and then a white boy, the white ginger boy. Do you remember that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They had like inclusivity. Like Wendy's had inclusivity way before inclusivity was a thing.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
You never did? Really?
No.
The cartoons? Yeah, it was Wendy's. Yeah, it was like cartoon characters for like all the kids' meals. They had like a paraplegic.
Well, we were children in different decades, at least, so that might be why I don't know about it.
Oh yeah, the dinosaurs had to come bring your Happy Meals to you.
Yes,
There was just like rocks as toys.
And
on the cover of it was just two cavemen saying "eat."
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Oh, okay, I remember. That was your childhood. I get it.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my good.
The men have a wasabi eat off.
Oh, and Bill eats that huge chunk of it, like on his sushi, and he's just like, "What? That's what you're supposed to do."
And then Frank starts crying.
Frank's like, "I don't need you shoving stuff in my mouth."
Yeah.
And do you see the face that Joe has? Joe is so excited to mess with Frank.
Oh, yeah.
He gets so excited. They like roughhouse like brothers. I love it.
Absolutely.
They just want to like pester with each other so much. And Joe Gorga is such a little shit stirrer.
He absolutely is. And then they move past the wall of wine to like a game poker room.
Let's play some poker.
There's lots of poker. There's lots of shots. Frank can barely talk. I think he's intoxicated.
He's already bringing up fantasies about wives bringing home another girl.
To be fair to you,
I'm going to be fair to you.
I loves you guys.
it looks like Margaret's Joe won.
Oh my, yeah, I was saying the same thing. I was like, dang, he's got a huge rack of money in there. Well, I wonder if they were playing for real money. Probably not.
Probably not. And then Frank wants to know if any of the men get to have group sex with their women.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Like, his fantasies.
Oh, those are the fantasies.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, because he wanted to say, like, has your woman's ever said they want to get with other women's? Well, with yous. Not exactly like that.
Well, so Joe tells the men about Melissa texting the restaurant owner. Another great editing moment.
I'm about to cry right now.
Joe just can't help himself but to prank his own friends.
The bottom line is, I got f***ing punked.
Yeah.
With this news. And I love how vulnerable he gets for it, too. Like, to really sink these guys in.
Seriously, I'm about to cry now, guys.
You guys are about to really cry now.
Yeah, that was great. that was reuse, recycle, and rejoice.
It was so good.
I loved it. That was the prank that kept on giving.
Oh, and see, and then if Evan was there, Evan could have went home and told Jackie, like, oh my gosh, Melissa was talking to another man, but it was a total prank.
But Jackie and Melissa are friends, so
Never mind.
The men decide that the women probably aren't having as much fun as they are because of the Jackie and Teresa drama.
But even Joe has heard these rumors.
Yeah,
about
Margaret's
Evan.
Joe says, yeah. So on Watch What Happens Live, Jackie, because he's heard it at their home, which means that Margaret has heard it before. Mm-hmm. But Margaret has the stance of right now that this is all new to her.
No, I think in the very first episode, Margaret said that she had heard these stories a while ago, but Teresa had no substantial backup to it, so she just said whatever.
Well, according to what Jackie said on Watch What Happens Live, that Margaret explained to her that Joe had heard them talking about it actually after the party.
Oh, okay.
So that's why he had heard it before.
Oh, okay.
So who knows?
But this shows how different the men are from the women, because Frank's like, do you think Evan fell off the wagon? And all the guys are like, no, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Like, these are probably just rumors and stuff. And they're like, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I thought it was weird that they took a vote. It's weird.
It's such a democracy.
All in favor of Evan having sex with other women? Say aye.
Say yay or nay.
It was weird. But I like the fact that Frank in particular trusted Evan was faithful. But I like that all the guys had Evan's back on camera there. And then Joe Gorga pulls out the tequila worm and practically molests Frank until...
And again, he's so excited to put something in Frank's mouth. Again, you could see his face. Like, it's like a kid that sees like a room full of presents on Christmas morning. He's like, he's like so excited.
But it's part animal too, because he literally was so excited he bit Frank on the forehead.
I know, you could barely see it for a clip. Like, he goes to like bite his head.
And then it shocks Frank enough that it opens his mouth and Joe can shove the worm in. Like, I love it.
Good job, Frank. I would not do that. That's disgusting.
Absolutely. Me either. So the food arrives for the women, the
More
slimy
sushi and
sorshi.
Chinese.
Melissa and Margaret go outside to call Jackie and find out that Evan is still very, very angry.
I do like that the women are actively showing Jackie that they miss her.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. But Jackie's like, listen, this can all be over. Evan won't be mad anymore if Teresa will just clear his name. And was like, good luck.
Good luck. That is like moving mountains right there.
Yeah. So Melissa's like, well, Jackie, maybe if you apologize for the Gia thing, Teresa will apologize.
But even they know that, you know, that's stupid, like in their head, but they're like, maybe Jackie will be like, all right, fine.
Yeah, I mean, we got to try because we've got two very strong-willed women.
Because Teresa, with even having some kind of rationale explanation for what she's to do, she still won't do it.
Yeah, I mean, Teresa doesn't believe that she even spread a rumor. So I mean, how can Teresa apologize for something that she doesn't feel guilty about?
It's pointless to point out all the ways Teresa doesn't make sense.
Teresa just keeps saying, well, if he hasn't done anything, what does she have to care about?
They go inside for the food and they admit that they called Jackie and relayed how angry Evan is. And Teresa doesn't feel like he should be angry if he's not guilty.
Yeah, it's just... Well, if Gia's not guilty, then why would you be mad?
Well,
Teresa?
That comes up, but Teresa's like, no, I blew off the rumors about Joe cheating because I was secure in my marriage. I was like... What?
Cut back to 2017.
I'm like, you what?
I love it that they keep using the same clip over and over
because it's
to
so
show
clear
how hypocritical Teresa's being.
I mean, at this point, it's delusional.
It's very delusional.
For her to say, I blew off rumors about Joe because I was secure in our marriage. I'm like...
And later on in this episode, she's like, I don't hold grudges. I'm like... All the women are like, spit whatever's in their mouth. Even if they aren't drinking anything, they spit it out of their mouth.
She's really not self-aware.
She really is not.
She's about ready to blow her casket.
I swear to God, I'm gonna blow my casket. I really am.
Because she is so mad that she's being blamed for anything.
But you know what? She's getting stuck in a corner because she can't talk her way out of it because these women are using pure logic against her. So she's like, nah, I'm leaving. Nah.
I can't take it.
I'm leaving.
Don't you use that logic against her. That's an unfair advantage. No analogies, no logic.
Teresa's face, while Melissa's giving this very sane, very reasonable excuse to squash this whole thing for Teresa just to say these simple things, even admitting that she heard the rumors, to not even go back on that, but to say in the end, like, but you're a great husband, these are just rumors, you know, let's just squash it. And Jennifer Aydin's like, well, Teresa, do you think you can do that?
Are you willing to do that?
No.
Now. She just like sits there
now.
a second. Now. I'm like, you stick to those guns, Teresa. Don't even budge, even for a minute.
She's not going
even
to.
if a train is coming right at you, don't even budge, girl.
Yes.
I love it.
And Teresa is like, just as everyone has said, well, she'll apologize about Gia, then I'll talk to Evan. And Dolores is like, oh, yeah, Jackie will go for that.
Yeah, Dolores doesn't
Dolores,
understand
really
the whole
tuned in
picture.
right here. Yeah,
she really isn't. And I think that shows that she doesn't really care about this fight, and she's irritated about it.
Yeah, and she's surprised that Jackie has already been like, nope, I'm not going to accept responsibility for something I didn't do.
Yeah.
So I thought really, Dolores is normally normally like really tuned in to what's going on, but here I was like, Dolores, I don't think that you really get it. And maybe Dolores is just like, Jackie should know that Teresa's never, ever, 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 ever going to back down unless this happens. So hopefully Jackie's smart enough to just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, that's very reasonable to say. I do like it that Melissa kind of like stands up for Jackie, and it's like, well, do you think that's fair that she has to apologize for the Gia thing over how she reacted to what Teresa said in the very first place? And everything all makes very much sense, but we are talking about Teresa here.
But what I do love though is that all of the women are really, really pro Jackie in a way.
Yes.
Like, at least they understand where Jackie's coming from better than they understand where Teresa's coming
I think they're all just afraid of Teresa.
Yeah, well, they all know that Teresa's wrong in this situation, no matter what. But, again, Dolores is really good about being diplomatic about it.
And she's just honestly trying to show her a different mindset.
Yeah.
But Dolores has had enough, though.
She's
by
over
this point. She's over it.
Teresa's leaving. Dolores is over it. So Melissa goes up to talk to Teresa, and then everyone just follows her up. And Dolores is so over it. Melissa tries to reason, but everyone's pretty much just giving up and putting on Jackie's shoulders now. Literally, they're all like, there's nothing that we can do with Teresa.
Like, honestly, us as a group tried to make this right, and we couldn't. Like, there's no way. Like,
so, sorry, Jackie, it's on you now.
I mean, if she was a river, Moses couldn't even part her, man.
whoever has the biggest reaction wins.
That's not fair.
It's not fair, and that's I think a lot of people can understand that and just.
But you know what? That kind of works at our home, though.
I know, that's where I got that saying.
I am not difficult.
I need you to admit this is a lie.
You're gonna pay for that later when we're not on screen and on audio.
See, you're hearing it here, folks. He's just getting right. He's just getting started.
You won't find a bruise on him, but he'll be beaten.
Emotionally.
Just joking.
So the women pass all the responsibility to Jackie and decide to go outside for s'mores.
We just need to have some fun. I mean, I did like all their little tie-dye sweatshirts. Have you noticed tie-dye is making a comeback?
I have noticed that. I
wasn't a fan of it when I was in elementary school. I'm not going to be a fan of it now.
I am a fan of watching them trying to make a fire. They act like they've never... I mean, I guess
Is this a real fire? But honestly, like... They live a life of luxury where they haven't had to start a fire or they have their husbands do it.
Or make their own s'mores on their graham crackers.
I had my graham cracker, a little bit of chocolate.
But it's so nice to see them having fun. It's so I enjoy seeing them have fun.
I love that they're laughing because, laughing is fun.
See, laughing is fun.
Did you know that?
Yeah, see?
Laughing is fun. I saw that on a motivational poster one day, and I was like, I get it now.
That's
Laughing
so
is fun.
insightful. That's so insightful.
Inspiring.
But I really assumed that since Jackie wasn't going to be there, that most of this trip was just going to be fun.
No. That's not Housewives
reality.
True.
Well, I mean, not the season. Just
I didn't think there was going to
be
be a big blow up, but I did know that they were going to try to talk to Teresa. But, I don't think there was a big blow up. I mean, Teresa's blow up was really minimal. And then she ended up having fun with all the ladies because, God help them, they all turned against Jackie all of a sudden.
Right.
She has no backbone. She's f***ing weak.
So then Teresa says that she doesn't dwell on stuff, and Dolores in particular is like, girl.
I mean, the whole world, I think, was like, girl.
And then I'm having a lot of deja vu because similar to Dallas on This Week, when Cameron had the Chainsaw Massacre guests come in, then the women here are hearing the badger.
A badger?
In the woods.
Hold on. First of all, Melissa's starting to tell a scary story about
funny.
noises in the woods. That's not funny for me. Like, I automatically will get scared and, like, I'm sleeping with a light on all night.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. People telling scary stories out in the woods about something that they heard, like, that terrifies me to my core.
Note to self, no ghost stories around the campfire.
No, I don't like it. It's scary.
Well, they hear potentially a badger.
What the was that?
And that's when I was like, okay, Lexi's officially from, she's not Jersey.
Yeah.
And then we get to end the episode with them all running inside.
Melissa is
maniacs.
doesn't know what to do, and so she just throws her glass.
Yes, I cannot hold this glass and put on my shoes at the same time.
Runs off, forgets her shoes, runs back to grab her shoes, and the cameramen are all with their backs towards the forest, filming them, just waiting. They're like, well, I guess it's going to get me.
Right.
Whatever's in this woods, going to get me.
Hey, Jason.
Or a bear. Full circle.
Well, we are full circle around to the end of this episode. Another fun episode of New Jersey.
I laughed and I cried.
This season is just going to get even more and more exciting, and I'm so excited that we have the privilege to talk about it every week.
Absolutely.
Well, folks, until next episode, don't forget to follow us on social media. On Instagram and Facebook, we are the Real Housebears. On Twitter, we are Real Housebears without the. And you can also email us at therealhousebears@gmail.com.
We are also on YouTube. We have been recording our little sessions and putting in like a minute up on each episode every once in a while. So go check us out. We are also wherever you listen to podcasts. If you are on Apple Podcasts, please scroll down and give us a 5-star review and write down a little review and be so awesome and spectacular.
Hey, thanks again, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, let's try that again.
Hey, yous guys.
Hey, yous guys.
I loves you guys.
I love yous guys too.